有了，但是他还没给我权限。那个号码是
8786126640。那你现在背书吧，密码是
520。
没事情，打好了吗？
稍等一下，我帮你的视频打。对的。
吸引激光调好了，对着它，对着它试一下，再打，焦点调好了吗？对，调好了。太吵了，这激光太吵。那后面给你搞好了没了？放心。那么脱皮一下了，有什么关系了？我们就，不是脱皮一下行不啦？声音有吗？声音很吵吧？
对。
你有耳机吗？
左边说话右边。
这个就是对耳朵就一样。对，这样是对的。
自动连了吗？你能听到声音吗？
喂。
你能听到声音吗？他那边有没有讲？
喂。
那个应该可以。
你把激光打点进去，能不能看一下？不是啊，你说行不行了？啊，这个周主任在吧？是不是大家？马蒂斯呀？就是我们这个背这个扭力放管子来做24个管子的，查的是多大的差？我跟他讲哪了？我跟他讲。
سنين ورحمة الله مستكين انت
多少
عسى مسألة شكلها هرجم يوم يوم لك صفحة الواتس من ذكرها خبر زلط فيه تو الراس بالواحد اللي بس كثير طلع واحد ليه هذا واحد ولا اثنين سيدنا ايش
Dr. Wang, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So can you tell us the parameter of laser that you are planning to use in such a stone?
Yeah, we use the 200.
200.
Yeah, we always use the 200 because of the deflection compromise.
Okay. And the parameter frequency and
yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
2.8, 25.
4.8.
Yeah. But for this stone looks harder than we think. We may level up the energy. We'll try this energy first.
هذا الليزر فايبر اللي باين الخضر قدامي.
Is patient under general anesthesia?
Yeah, general anesthesia.
Okay.
بالأثبات
没有从这个听，他没有从这个我就听不到。听到声音是吧？听到声音。
هذا جوال كاليسيس يا خالد. يا خالد خش عندك الكاليسيس، الكاليسيس منظر الكاليسيس سيستم جوا الكدني. خبر.
有了。Okay, so the answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Dr. Wang, could you please tell us about the laser? 问过，人家看过，人家看过。Okay. I think that the stone is very hard. 水看不到。
全令接下来了，可以的。
OK， 好。Here we can see the outflow in the sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you planning to fragment into smaller pieces and then will use the basket again, or you will go for dusting and that's it?
I think for these cases it's a good choice. 我觉得你可以现在套好了，稍微打甩一点。We will use a basket. Yeah. Because the stone is very hard. It is not easy for the dusting.
Yeah.
And I think we can crush it into separate pieces. We can use a basket to remove it all.
Usually you ask your anesthesia to control the breathing to help focusing on the stone.
Yeah, sometimes if we have trouble or feel that there's some interruption because of the breath of the patient, we can ask the anesthesiologist to control the frequency and the volume, how the patient breathes. Usually we ask the anesthesia doctor to reduce the frequency. Dr. Yasser, I remember that you talked about once that you asked the anesthesiologist to stop the patient breathing maybe for 2 minutes. I think you said it before to help you to retrieve the stone.
It's not to stop, but they reduce up to 8 or 10 per minute. Sometimes they can do that for 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, sorry.这个接一下，给他看一下，拿出来就。
Yeah. First piece comes out.
Yeah. speed, you think?
So usually you prefer the in-trap basket or engage?
Engage.
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 Okay. I think it's more safe and more easy to catch the stones. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are trying to change the direction. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Still. Yeah.
Good.
But
Very lucky. So you can see the urethra is very rough after we press tank.
yeah.
There was totally 3 stones in the kidney, and after we remove 1 stone, and we then use the lazy collect the 2 stones in little small pieces. Then we use the basket to remove it all.
Dr. Yasser,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm good.
If you see about 5 to 7 centimeter from the end of urethral axis sheet up to the BUJ, why he didn't introduce the urethral axis sheet forward? Yani, why?
Okay. Actually, we usually keep it like that to keep a space for the deflection, free deflection of the scope. But let's to ask him, Dr. Lee.
Yes.
At what level you usually advance the axis sheet? Should be a few centimeters below the UBJ, or sometimes you advance it up to the pelvis. What's your preference?
Usually we will put the cheese close to the UPJ, because usually it's not easy for us put the cheese through the UPJ. And on other side, we see if we put the cheese through the UPJ inside the pelvis, sometimes it's not a good choice, because if the
sheath inside the pelvis, and it is not easy for us use the flexible to deal with the stones in the low calyx, and if you want to put through the UPGA, it will easy to cause the UPGA injury and will cause the obstruction. So I think it is not necessary for us to put the cheese through the UPGA. And actually, if we can close to the UPGA, it's okay for us.
Okay. So you prefer to be close to the UPGA, not 3 to 4 centimeters below?
Yeah, actually, because we not use the X-ray, means use the fluoroscope. So we just depend on we feel we the hand feeling. If we when we feel some obstruction, means some resistance. Yeah, if we some little resistance, we stop it. Okay. We do not use the max force to put through.
Yeah, I totally agree with you that keeping the sheath below the pelvis is important because it gives more free deflection to the flexible scope. If you are in the pelvis, it's difficult to have a good deflection of the flexible scope.
I think it's not easy for Dr. Tu to do operation today because it's the first time for him to use this use the flexible uroscope. You know, we just can use this. We can just allow us to use this use flexible recently. We have no much more experience how to use this flexible uroscope. But I think Dr. Tu have a much more experience with flexible, and actually you can see he do it very successfully.
Yeah.
So I think he just checked all the calyx to find there's any small pieces. Yes.
Dr. Lee, do you know some scopes you have the working channel at 3 o'clock and the other have the working channel at 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Do you have preference for each of them if you are on the right kidney or left kidney?
We have different type or different kind of the uroscope. We have the scope from the Olympus. And we also have from the stock, and actually the work trend in different positions.
Yeah. So do you prefer?
But the young doctor like to use the flexible scope from the Olympus. And it's easy to control the laser.
So my question, if you have 3 o'clock working channel, do you prefer in the right or left kidney, or it make no difference?
Usually we have no choice we will not to try to make a choice. Because the young guys
الشباب مية في الصبح وبخينا قدام الهني جاي تو يا فتاح يا عليم يا رزاق يا كريم بدي قلني انا وين لا انا هرت حميت عندي بخخه نشفت بدري جينا الساعه 10
Helby, we have I think background noise, if you can check. Yeah.
看不到他的视频。
他这个彩旗的那个，
那么你对着他。
啊，我对着他那个，结束了还是？
So Dr. Lee, if you can excuse me just for 5 minutes and I will join back again, okay? 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
他叫我讲。
他说离开5分钟吧，等他没事。放掉了。
So we say Dr. Zhu have 你这个再看一遍吗？看完了吗？
我再给他看一遍。
So Dr. Zhu will check the all calyx carefully, and if we cannot find any stones, we will finish the operation. Could you please show us all the calyx? Yeah. So this is upper calyx. Middle calyx. Yeah, yes, go to the lower calyx. Okay. Yeah, very clear, and there's no more stone pieces in the kidney. So so Dr. Zhu will put the wire again. So put the wire and then draw back the flexible. So let's go. 慢一点 slowly. It's very important that we should make sure the wire is in right position. I mean the wire, the tip of wire should be in the inside the kidney. Otherwise, it will make a mistake that the WJ will in wrong position. So after Dr. Zhu put the wire inside the light kidney, so then he changed the use the rigid flexible ureteroscope, rigid ureteroscope. But because this is a male patient, it's not easy to use flexible ureteroscope to put in the stent. So we change to use the rigid ureteroscope. Okay, so Dr. has put the WG stent into the right side, and usually we will use the X-ray to check the position of the stent. But today it doesn't work, so I think it's no problem. So we have finished this operation. We for some young patient we will not put the catheter ureter catheterization. We just emptied the blood, then okay, it's okay now. 你放导尿管吗？你跟他们讲一下。
We will not keep the catheter. We'll just empty the bladder once. For our next patient, I will have to ask you to wait about 30 to 40 minutes between the anesthesia or the equipment to get ready. So come back in around 30 minutes.
You sure can show us next patient information. Information. 这有啊，可以看一下。改讯，可以看一下他改不改讯息，可以看一下什么不一样的，他是什么不一样的？他就是啊，哦，是吗？确认这个。
Hello, LB, are you there? It's not arrived. Hi, LV.
Yes, Dr. Yasser. We are going
When
to
to
take
expect
a
that we
break.
can start?
Yes, we will take around 25 minutes to start the next operation. They are cleaning the room, and they are preparing the second case. I think they will start in around 15 to 20 minutes to introduce the second patient, the patient's information.
Okay, I will do my best. Okay, I will be there.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
ياسر فرحات.
Our next case will be starting in about 10 minutes. We can see the slides. It's right proximal urethral stone, around 2 times 1.5 centimeters. You can see the stent has passed the stone into the renal pelvis.
Hello, Dr. Wang,
Yes,
how
sir.
are you? Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, our next case is about to start. You can see the PowerPoint. It's a much larger stone, the right proximal urethral stone, about 2 centimeters.
Yes.
Yeah, in this situation, yeah.
There is more small stones or only single stone?
A single stone.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. In this case, you may encounter what previous doctor has asked. Maybe we'll use the rigid scope to break down the stone in the urethra first, or maybe we will just put the sheath in, use the flexible urethral scope to do the distribution. It will depend on the situation. We'll see how this goes.
Okay, perfect. Do you have these double J 2 weeks before?
Yeah. You can see the stent in place has passed the stone in the KUB.
Okay. It looks interesting case. Can we zoom to the camera of the surgeon? It will be magnified.
Dr. Yasser.
أيوة.
How are you? Dr. Ali Al-Ubaidi, Ali Bukesh من Benghazi, group of Libya. There is a small already big shed in the upper calyx. It is a stone or nephric calcinosis. And what about the middle part of the WJ stent at the sacroiliac joint? It is like Steinstrasse, small stones around the WJ stent.
Yeah, he answered for this. He will go with the rigid ureteroscopy, semi-rigid, so check if there is stones in the ureter. He will deal with it first. Okay.
Okay.
Let me to confirm with him again. Dr. Wang.
Yeah.
Our colleagues in Libya, they just wanted to reconfirm with you, are you planning to go with a semi-rigid ureteroscopy to check the ureter? If there is stones, you will deal with that?
We will see. We will see how the condition in the ureter is. But we do not recommend to the routine to break down the stone, the proximal stone using the semi-rigid ureteroscope. if possible, we prefer the flexible ureteroscope.
Perfect. Do you think there are some like nephrocalcinosis in the upper calyx or some calcification in this kidney?
Yes, there's some cyst and some calcification in the kidney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, Dr. Yasser, you can ask one question.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
You listen me, Dr. Yasser?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. I ask about the last case, necessary to insert double J stent, especially in last case is straightforward and the small stone was fragmented. Necessary to put DG stent for as a routine for every case, even the as a last case, the stone is fragmented easily, and for me no need for double J stent.
You mean double J stent before or after?
No, after.
Okay. Okay.
After.
I will discuss this point with them.
Second questions, the lens. Risk of the broken of the lens at the use of the laser fiber. There is risk in both flexible ureteroscopy, broken of the lens.
Can you repeat the second question? Is not clear.
Second question, there is a risk for broken the lens at the use of the laser fiber near to the lens.
For sure, if you are firing the laser close to the lens for any scope, it can damage. The backfire of laser sometimes, yes, it can damage. So this is happen with the single use or with the reusable with any scope. Okay. Let me check with Dr. Lee for the first question. Dr. Lee.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah, our colleagues from Libya, they have a concern about the double J insertion after the previous case. They feel that the case is straightforward, easy, almost stone-free. So they think that such cases, no need to insert a double J after the procedure. It can be 1 day ureteric catheter and that's it.
Yeah, but if we do not put the double G, there's a possibility that we'll get some renal colic because after surgery, the ureter will get edema, and so yeah, there are some studies that they can do without the stent, but in our center, it's a routine to put the stand for the stand.
Yeah. Okay, it's clear that you are choosing the safe way to have the patient in the safe side without any possibility of colic due to edema or due to manipulation of the ureter. So this is the safe way.
So actually, we can turn to the second operation, and when we use the digital ureteroscope, we can see that the stone has been in the pelvis. So in this way, we cannot use the digital ureteroscope. So we just change to use the flexible ureteroscope. So we should firstly use the put inside the cheese, the Thai cheese. In my own opinion, that I will not suggest the young doctors to use the little scope to treat with the stone which in the pelvis or in the up unit, because the renal the pressure of the renal pelvis is much high when we use the rigid scope than using the flex scope. Because we use the flex scope, we should have used the cheese. Because we have the cheese, so the fluid will come out. But if we use the rigid scope, and the fluid come out with much less than the rigid scope. So they will get a high pressure inside the kidney. And if the pressure is very high,
we cannot
it
hear
can.
you. The image is freezed. LV.
So I think this is a single stone, but the size is a big one, and the size is around 2 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters. There are also some small pieces of stone. So I think it's not a good choice to use the basket. We're just using the hormone laser, and we would like to do the dusting.
Okay. So which scope you are using now?
Which scope? The flexible unit scope.
Okay, this is fiber optic or digital or?
Yes, this is a front person.
Yeah, image, it looks
So
good.
the thing, yeah, yes. I think the visual is good, and it's Dr. Zhu can, since although it's the first time for him to use this person flexible uniscope, and I think he can control it very well.
Yeah.
So we use the 200 nanometer laser.
Okay.
200. We can see that the work channel is in 3 o'clock.
Yeah. And you are using a dusting mode?
Yeah, yeah, dusting mode, but just we use the high frequency as and low power. High frequency. So which frequency?
It looks a fragile stone. It will be good.
Yeah. So every day our young guys do a lot of surgery for the stones, and totally we perform the 10 to 20 cases surgery every day. and half of the is flexible unit scope.
Let me ask, in your laser machine, you can
Yes.
control the pulse duration, either long or short pulse? So rather than the frequency and the power.
Right now this machine is we brought 15 years ago. So
okay.
the old wind we cannot change I mean the wavelength. So we just can use the frequency and the pulse.
Okay. But
for me, I
good.
think, yeah, for me, it's for this kind of the stone, it's enough. It's enough. Yeah.
In such a large fragile stone, do you prefer to go from the center or from the periphery?
Yeah, I would suggest the young doctor to don't be a hurry. I would suggest them to from the outer side, and don't be a hurry. Just small piece by small piece. I don't like to crash the stone in many large pieces. So from beginning, I would like them to do the dusting. Otherwise, for this large stones, you will get many more stones. So it's difficult for us to do dusting. So I think we should big dusting from beginning, from the outside.
Okay.
So just don't be hurry, don't be hurry. So when we discussed last time between the operation time of the PCNL and flexor unit spoke, I think this stone is larger than 2 centimeters. But if the stone is very simple, and not very hard, the operation time of the flexor unit spoke will be not long than the PCNL. You can see if we do the PCNL, we also use the unit scope for put inside this unit tube. We then change the position. We will use the do the pan cushion. We do the dilation to the little caster. So even for this 2 centimeter simple pelvic stone, and it will also take a long time. But for this case, as we see, we can do this flexible unit stroke in 1 hour. I think Dr. Zhu will finish it in half an hour. So I believe for the very simple stones, the time will not longer than the PCNL.
I totally agree. But we need to have selection of cases, not only size, but even the Hounsem field. It reflects the hardness of the stone, multiplicity of the stone, location of the stone. As you mentioned, solitary, not hard pelvic stone. Yes, you can go for larger size with almost same time as BCNL or maybe less. I agree.
Yes, it's very important for us to select the right patient. Yeah.
But for sure, still the point in favor of PCNL regarding to the clearance of the fragments, still, as you know, they can immediately get all fragments out, which is sometimes not the case in flexible arthroscopy, and this is why we should put a double J stent and keep it for longer time, so it will go for a staged procedure. But I believe with the new laser technology, with the new scopes, we will be able to go for larger stone, getting rid out of the fragments and improving the stone-free rate.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you. Yes, and so for the large stones and the flex unit scope also get some problem because there is a residual stones. So if we will remove all the pieces of stones for this case. We will make ducting and we will let the patient pass the stone itself. And after surgery, we will check the X-ray or CT scan if they cut some residual stones, and we will suggest the patient to receive the ESW.
Any questions from our colleagues from Libya? Any comment?
Dr. Yasser.
Yes.
During the assessment of the renal pelvis and calyx, he found a big stone and one small stone can be removed by the Dormier basket. Why he didn't remove it first and then start fragmentation? And looks a hard stone, different from the big one, and even in the color.
Okay.
Why he didn't remove it before and then start fragmentation?
Okay. Dr. Lee,
yes.
Our colleagues noticed that there are small stone was seen in the calyx, in addition to the large stone.
Yes.
So the question is,
another stone is a very small one. Yeah.
Okay.
Another is a small one. I think it can pass it itself because the ureter is much larger and straight.
Yeah.
But I think we can check the later.
Yeah. So their concern why we didn't remove it first before to be messed within the fragments. It can be extracted with a basket as initial step before starting the fragmentation.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think Dr. Zhu is very hard to do for the big stones. Yeah, you're right. And it's better to remove the small stone firstly. It's a good choice. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think we can check that later, and if we take time, we can make a very good inducting And I think right now the visual is good. I think we can check the every corner and maybe we can find it.
سلام مرحبا.
There is a technique. When the stone in the pieces, so and it's difficult us to touch to touch the stone, but we can also use the laser continuously. We just use the laser. So the stone will, will go close to the stone. So we can use the laser continuously. If we want to touch the stone, to use the laser touch stone, then use the laser. It's easy to cause the injury to the pelvis.
So now you prefer to do the popcorn technique, that high energy, high frequency.
Yeah, high frequency. But if the laser machine is good enough, we can put the frequency very high to 40 or to 50 times per second, and we can put the power down, so it's make that thing very successful. But our machine is old, and you can see there also biggest pieces of stone.
Yeah.
So you
the
should take a
are
long
good.
time. You should take a long time to make the dust. I think Dr. Tu have still some challenge. If we from beginning we use the dusting technique, just little by little, so the pieces will much smaller.
خليك قاعدة الله يربحك روحي فاش يعطيك شحال.
So again, I'd like to check, Dr. Lee, which irrigation you are using. You are using always the pump for irrigation.
Yeah. There are two different recommendation, and in my center, we just use the pump. One reason is that because we do a lot of operation. If we ask another doctor to do irrigation, it wastes the doctor. And the second reason that even when you use the artificial, and the doctors to ask the doctor to do the irrigation, it is also cannot control the pressure. Difficulty to control the pressure. It's not easy to keep the renal pelvis pressure low. So we use the pump but I think we can also control the pressure. Firstly, when we use the flexible uroscope, we check the flow rate. Just from beginning, if we use the low pressure, it is drop by drop. But when it is pressure increased and the fluid will in line, that's okay. I mean, if the fluid just in line, the pressure is okay. So this is one measurement. And another measurement is we can check the fluid from the cheese. If the fluid from cheese is smoothly and it's very clear, it's okay.
One.
So Dr. Chu, we also use the basket to drop out some bigger pieces. You can see this is very small pieces. This is dust. Something like gray. Yeah. This is maybe the small another stone.
توفى هو بروحه لا حول ولا قوة كورونا قطع وقت العبيد.
So if you are very patient and you have enough time and the patient's condition is okay and the patient has no obvious infection, I think we can remove all pieces of the stone. All the biggest pieces stone can completely remove out.
Yeah, it's very nice. Dr. Lee, you hear about the new access sheath with suction that Petra
yes.
used with BCN and came for flexible also. Do you have experience with such sheath?
Yeah. We have a lot of new type of the trees, PCNL trees with the suction, with the I think for some part it's good. It can reduce the pressure in the renal pelvis, and can make the visual clear, and also can suck in some pieces of stone out.
Do you try it yourself in flexible ureteroscopy?
Yeah. we have this this cheese made in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can show you. I can show you this cheese.
Okay, but do you feel that it works well? I tried, but I feel that it works good with the BCNL, but with flexible ureteroscopy is not that effective, because you know that we are not advancing the sheath to the pelvis, and the suction is very small area around the tip of the axis sheath. So if you keep it in the ureter, it will not suck any fragments. And if you advance the sheath to be close to the stone, it will affect the deflection of the scope. So I didn't feel, I think it doesn't work well with flexible as it works well with BCNL. Can you share your experience in this point?
تب لسه اسمه كم بالضبط طلع تو وش داروا كسر عليه.
But I think I think it may be a good choice for some infectious kidney stones, because there's some very dirty wind, and so vision is not good. But if we use this kind of cheese, maybe be helpful. We not use it as a routine.
داخل فيها قطع نفس الوقت الباسكت هذه فيها الخشن تاع الليزر فيبروك تاع الليزر هذه بسنين.
Actually, I think the stone is in very small pieces. It's okay. I think it can pass out itself. But Dr. Tu is very patient, and he'd like to remove all the big pieces of stones. It's good.
I think there is no significant large fragments, and I think if you will keep double J, most of them or all of them will come out.
Yes. But you Doctor should check carefully. Is there any big stones underneath?
Yeah.
Sometimes it is we take a short time to then using the basket. I'd like use the laser to do the basking. Just continuous use the laser.
Yeah. Dr. Lee.
Yes.
Let me to ask you a strange question.
Yeah.
Are you still doing open surgery in your center?
Yeah. I think we performed around 80,000, yeah, 80,500 cases every year. It's I think it's less than 1%, 2% of open surgery again. And yeah, but you know, for some special cases, we also do some open surgery. For the scrotum surgery, for some very good.
No, sorry, I am asking about open surgery for stone disease.
Yeah. For very special case, if the stone in the very big stone in the upper ureter or little pelvis, the outside of the pelvis, we will suggest it, but it's very rare.
Okay.
And we also do some robotic surgery for the for some complicated stone cases. And actually, we do a lot of the laparoscopic ureterostomy, for some bigger ureter stone. Yeah, in another side, in another operation room, one doctor is doing the laparoscope. Yeah, 你给他拍一下看看。But for open surgery, it's very rare. Yeah, this is big one. So just take time to be patient. Just be patient. Just take time. Yeah. I think there's flexible ureteroscope surgery is not difficult for everyone, but we should select the right patient. We should do it very carefully for every case.
Sure. Any questions from our friends from Libya? Because I think we almost near to the end of the case. So any comment or any questions? Okay. Actually, Dr. Lee, I think it's time to appreciate and great thanks to you and your team, and for sure for our friends from POSIN for organizing such wonderful program. 3 weeks, I know a lot of work done behind that, a lot of preparation. Thank you for time, for effort, for the idea, for the plan, for everything. I think it's a very good start to run collaborative educational and the training activity, and hopefully very soon to be even possible physically, and we can meet all of us face to face again. I'd like to thank you and thank everyone. I really personally I enjoyed. I learned a lot from
the basket to remove some bigger pieces of stone, and for the very small pieces of stone, I think it can pass it out. It's there.
Dr. Yasser, if there is a small fragment or small dusting in the lower calyx, it is not an aid for formation of another stool?
It's a good question, but I think Dr. Lee, the asking about the residual fragments and how it can be an aid for further stone formation.
I don't think so. The small pieces can cause, can be big, but I think some problems if the pieces of stones goes into the low calyx, and it's not difficult. It's very difficult for pass itself. So for these cases, we will we ask patient to jumping on. We have some special machine to help to the patient to pass out the stone, and sometimes we also will ask the patient to receive the ESW.
Okay. Okay, so I'd like to thank you again because I have to leave. I have some patients in my clinic. So thank you again. Thank you for all the team and our colleagues in Libya. If you can just connect with Dr. Lee. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yasser.
Okay, thank you. 好吧，你出来了吗？
李老师，利比亚的医生可能还有几个问题，我问一下他们，他们如果没有其他的问题的话，我们再结束好吗？
好的，
谢谢。
شفت هي فاسيلتي بتاعتهم
وين ذبحت الجرة ذبحت الجرة في كورونا اللي هي جالسين وقت بهدلوها
عايزين هنا كاتبين the team. علي ريته
So, dear doctors, do you have any other questions?
Thank you very much for from Tobruk Medical Center staff, neurology staff. Thank you for all. Thank you for your nice live surgery, and I hope to increase the communication and the like this experience. Also, the thanks for Professor Farahat, and thank you for Al Hayat Company for facilitate this nice lecture and live surgery connection. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. 那个盆景好了吧？
好的，我
How are you,
看到你
Elvi?
看问题了。
Elvi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Dr.
How are
Ali,
you?
I am Ali. Fine, thank you. I am Dr. Ali Ubaidi from Benghazi
Hello,
Center.
Doctor.
Yes, I am
Oh,
with Naji and
nice.
Omar. Thank you for this nice presentation and nice workshop and live surgery.
It's my pleasure. And welcome to China, Dr. Ali.
All the doctors this presentation.
Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you so much.
I really
we'll,
appreciate that.
Soon as soon, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care and stay safe.
这个好像帽子也没戴好，你帮我戴整齐嘛。
这边
人多一点。
对啊，对，这样好吧？是不是这样做的这个是吧？正面模式一定要看正面。
手机稍微抬高点，不要被那个普及门挡了。
到时候再
可以，
美颜一下。
可以。那么你把那个他们坐的两个人拍一下。
哎，我们
做的时候我们
坐的人也拍了吧？正面照
很多
啊。好看不好看？
这个刚给你拍的也挺好的。
对，你看那个他们两个。
他们我是。
علي بوكاش نقلبك الكاميرا فوق علي شو اخبارك يا علي؟ شكرا دكتور ناجي. رأيت ناجي كيف مصب الكاميرا كيف. دكتور ناجي. دكتور ناجي شو اخبارك؟ منور والله. منور يا عموره منور. موفقين. ان شاء الله جميع. منورين for this nice presentation.
Hello LB. Hello all team.
How are you?
Hello
yes.
LB.
Yes.
Thank you for this nice live surgery. I am Dr. Wael Kaza with Dr. Omar Katab and Dr. Naji Sheikhi. We are interested so much with the live surgery and this workshop. Thank you, Hayat Corporation, for facilitating this workshop. Thank you for all.
Okay. من اعطيه رن عليك. لا رن علي تو.
لا ديزني ما وصلت للنيش مربطه.
بيبدا.
ديزني يجيب لي الرقم المالي ويجيب الرقم الوطني معناها هذا الشكل اللي بقول لك عليه.
لما بديتش مشيت له؟
لا. هو اصلا كل مره يقول لي قريب تو. قال لما الطريق تخوف بعد.
والله بعد عبد السلام تندم تقول ماني
مخرب بعد الدنيا بعد الاشهر. انت مركب شو.
نجح عن السماعات.
كويسين حامل اليوم صوت عالي. لكن حتى هذا سمع وراه بلوتوث هي كذا ليه خذ.
يبيني طبعا.
يبي اكسبيرينس بس.
Hello, Naji. You look good.
Hello, Elfie.
Thank you very much, Naji.
Thank you for you also, and thank you for all the medical team for this nice presentation of very nice surgical. Thanks from all the doctors for you and for Boston Company. And we hope to see you soon here in Libya after the political situation is okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Elfie. Thank you.
I hope we can keep communication in the in the WhatsApp group where we find some difficulties, complications. Let's share with each other.
Yes, we'll be share all the updating with the doctors in the same group we selected, and we are looking for a second group for specialized center. As you know, they are waiting us.
Yep.
This is first step, unsuccessful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Dr. Naji. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, doctors.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye.